Here we go, Milwaukee. They may not be the most talented team in the league, but I think pound for pound, they might be the ugliest, as you see young Thon Maker on the offensive glass, recently getting the starting job. And there's the man, Giannis Antetokounmpo. How you like that pronunciation, bitches? Nah, I'm just messing with y'all. Shout out to the Koreans, Korean night, Korean week in the NBA. They decide to trap the pick and roll high. Zaza, good decision, and P-Mac bangs like T-Mac. But Milwaukee started the game very well. You see Giannis just teabag Zaza under the rim so long, so physically gifted. And they've won 9 of 10. You see Steph, he looked fine off the ankle. Thon gets him though, and he's an impressive player. I don't know if he's 19 years old. Brother's got kind of like a blue tint to him. He's so dark. But he was impressive in limited minutes. Then you see Giannis, the skill level, the physical gifts, Thon finishing the break. And Milwaukee jumped out on us, 13-5. You see the score. Draymond, I gotta highlight this, man. He's really been trying to beg for calls and force James Harden type foul calls, and he's not getting those calls. He's not gonna get them. And then you see him not get back on defense. Za, the pump fake. You know Monroe struggles defensively when Za blows by you. Either way, he finishes the shot. So Ig comes in and immediately we get a turnover after we're down 17-7. You see Steph, and look at the Euro step. I don't know, like again, I mentioned the ankle, but he seems to be finishing a little different, and I like it. Very much like Tony Parker, jumping long and not high. There's another flop. You don't have the beard, and you're not gonna get the call. Draymond, just stop it. Greg Monroe, there's a miscommunication at the top there with the pick and roll, and you see him get the easy layup. Kerr needs the timeout. 23-9 Milwaukee. Again, I said 9 of 10, they're hot. Steph, you know what it was? He needed a hand in his face. All those threes, they were too open. Steph looked in rhythm. JaVale came in and changed the game defensively. You see him protect the rim here. Then Monroe doesn't want to shoot over his length and ends up getting ripped by Steph. Here he is again defensively. This time he just straight up blocks the jump hook. McGee had a huge impact inserted in the game early. Steph. And then look at S-Dot bobble the ball again. I don't know what's up with him, man, but those are automatic finishes for him in years past, and he's just not ready to catch the ball. All of a sudden, he's got a Donald Foyle hands. McGee, the high lob, this time from the baseline. And then look at Steph on Dellavedova, goes all the way left, and then again, look, he jumps long, not high. It's not like he's elevating like John Wall or anything, but he's jumping long, much like Tony Parker, and it looks like it's going to help him finish better. Then the step back three, Dellavedova having flashbacks of the 15 finals, as we cut the lead to 2 after Milwaukee jumped us in the first quarter. Second quarter, Clay's like, I want in on this. I got no ceilings. Bang. That's a 35-footer. And then Pete Barnes here. Look at him push, shove, and kind of dislodge Antetokounmpo here on the catch. And those are the little things that break guys' rhythms and what veteran guy like Barnes can do. And I think Giannis, I believe, held to his second lowest scoring total of the season between him and Draymond. And then Clay, look at the spacing. Ian Clark now with the second unit instead of Livingston. Kerr tweaking things and giving them more space on the floor offensively. There you see Giannis dribble it off his foot because Barnes just making him feel uncomfortable. You know, these guys are rhythm players. I know I stress that a lot, but I can't stress it enough. And then a nice little finish on the other side, schooling the youngster, thon. I had to get that in there. And then Curry, I don't know how McGee caught that. Randy Moss catch, and then finishes it softly. McGee, you remember in late November in Milwaukee kind of had a breakout game. Styles make fights. Then Barnes doing his KD impersonation in the corner. He really was huge for us late in that second quarter. And then Curry, look at the Steve Nash drive. Goes all the way under the basket, brings it back out. The gravity. Find Barnes in the corner again, same spot, same result. So all of a sudden, it's a double-digit lead for us. And then look at this pass to Clay, who loves OPP, other people's points. The play was probably the dish to Curry for the layup, but Clay hits it anyway. And Barnes is like, that's right, I'm feeling good. We here, the town here. Then Curry from the pier, bang. That's like a 40-footer. Look at him pose, stay low, stealing Iguodala's celebration. I'll take it. And then McCaw needs to shoot this shot. Look at it, hesitates, then gives the ball to Iguodala with 4 on the shot clock. But the last month, it hasn't mattered. Everything he puts up goes in. But look at him yell at the rookie, letting him know, you got to shoot that shot, young boy. Again, hand in the face, no hesitation. The rhythm seems to have been rediscovered, and Steph looked as good as he has in the last month. And then Iguodala running the floor finally. This is why he's getting so many dunks of late, is because he's running the floor hard. He's not trailing and just floating to the corner. Again, corner 3 ball here in mid-transition. And it's a funny thing, man. It's a funny thing. I think he's due for another payday. Then Steph to finish him off late in the third. Anything he put up went in. Fourth quarter complete garbage time as we roll Milwaukee. And what looked like it could have been a troubling start, we get it together. Head to Oklahoma City Monday for a big one against Russ and them dudes. Word is KD will travel with the team as his rehab is going very well. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.